this tiny thing's just landed. It is the Losi Micro T. I ordered it from Jadlam quite a while ago on pre-order, and it finally turned up last week after a couple of delays from the manufacturer. So I'm excited to try and get this out on the BMX track and get it down to the skate park and just see what it's all about. Okay, so this is the Losi Micro T. I'm going to unbox it. We'll see what we get in the actual box. I'm led to believe this is a full ready to run, as in everything's in it. So let's see how we get on. So, the car's there. I think that's attached by that. We will snip that off. There's our car. We have got SLT2 transmitter. This one's very similar to one of the other Armour cars that I've got. So that's cool. We have a charging lead for the LiPo. We have got our batteries and a sticker from Losi. Little bits of tools in there, which is all cool. And then I imagine the LiPo is actually in here, which it is. Yeah, it's in there. So yeah, let's have a quick look around and give you some ideas of specs. Okay, so this little car is a 1/28 scale. It is rear wheel drive. It's got independent front and rear suspension with oil filled shocks. It runs off a 2S LiPo, which is stored underneath there. It's got a 65 turn little motor, so a tiny little motor in here. It's basically a scaled down version of some of the other Losi vehicles. It's supposed to do a top speed of 13 mile an hour. And yeah, I'm excited to try and get this out and on the skate park and the track, and let's see what it's actually like. I've got massively high hopes for this, to be fair. Let's get it charged up. So in the bag we get our cool Losi sticker, bits of tools, warranty details, connector details, and then a booklet. And then batteries. You even get the batteries for the controller, which is absolutely mega. Well done, Losi. Oh, here we go. So it's on. to the skate park, we've been to the BMX track, and we're back in the man cave. I'll give you some thoughts on the little Losi Micro T. Generally, I'm really happy with this. I do think it's great. Now, it had some positives and it had some negatives that I wanted to sort of talk about. When it comes to being on the skate park, this is a brilliant little bashing machine. It seemed to hook up really nice with its grip, and it seemed to float over some of the bits on the skate park sort of really well. The more time I spent with it, the more control I felt like I had over the actual car. And the cool thing with this is it's really light. It seems to absorb some of the shock really, really well when it's jumping. And that means that the damage to it is really minimal for what are pretty much full skate park sends for what it's doing. So it is a 13-mile-an-hour RC car, so it's not massively quick, but it means that you can have a go at doing some of the things you couldn't do with a sort of heavier RC car because of the worry of damaging it. I had a really good go on the skate park at throwing this around and trying to do some bits and pieces of tricks with it. Bearing in mind, I'm no RC car expert when it comes to skate parks, but I had a really good time. And for that, you know, it was absolutely brilliant. Now, in reverse, when I went to the BMX track, the levels of grip just weren't there for this little car to be able to put the power down. So when I was putting the accelerator on, one of the wheels was stopping whilst the other one carried on, and it meant that the car was steering off the rear and basically going wherever it wanted. So when it comes to actually using it on a BMX track, I don't think it's the right car for it, and I don't think it's the right place for this car. Now, any kind of flat surface, tarmac, the skate parks, I think this little thing excels. And what it gives me the confidence to be able to do is to be able to play around with an RC car where I can, you know, give it a full send and drive it kind of as hard as I'm sort of willing to drive it. And I'm not worried about the cost of replacement parts and bits and pieces. I'm not worried about damaging it. It's took loads of tumbles today, and other than some scuffs on the bottom, and I'll get some video of that, it's just held up really, really well to what is sort of, I would say, normal abuse. I'm not doing what some people would say, sending it to the moon or anything like that. I don't really think it's powerful enough to do that, but I had a good go at playing around on some of the features of the skate park, and I really enjoyed myself without the worry of what happens if I break it and how much is it going to cost me, which is kind of I've associated with some of the bigger cars that I've got. And that's the kind of reason why I wouldn't take those bigger cars on the skate park, because I don't really want to be replacing £200 worth of bits. Okay, so replacement sort of parts for this. You're looking for a set of wheels off Model Sport. You're looking at £17 for a full set of wheels, which is really good. Body-wise, I think it's going to be about 20 quid, so I can't actually find the Micro T body listed, but the Micro B body is about £20 as well. So you're not talking massive amounts of money for replacing some of these parts. Now the other thing is you've got a load of trick options, including sort of suspension parts and arms and connecting rods and stuff that you can buy as upgrades. So as a package for sort of £100 as a ready-to-run vehicle, I think this is a really cool car. It's small enough that you can carry it anywhere. The transmitter's decent, and you can do it up very similar to effectively what I've got in my Typhon Grom, which is a full GPM sort of kit that I've built and put into that. I'll show some details of that. This car is absolutely brilliant at the BMX tracks, but I would be kind of terrified to use this on the skate park. Now the actual base car for this was about £200, and all the kit added onto it makes it's probably close to 300, maybe 350 quid for all the bits and pieces I've put on this car. And that makes it that when I'm gonna send it maybe off a jump or something, then it's just that worry of damaging it and then having to buy loads of replacement parts. But the weight difference is huge, and that's what, when you are jumping these cars and you do land badly, and I'm rubbish, so I will land badly, it's that does the damage. When you end up landing on one of the corners, it's that bends stuff and damages it properly. Whereas because this is so small, and because it is so light, it just doesn't seem to do that damage. So it's kind of, it feels like risk-free fun.
But yeah, I'm really impressed with it. I mean, I don't know if anybody else has got one of these. You know, let me know what your thoughts are on it. I'd definitely recommend this. I've got a lot of different remote control cars, and this is probably the most fun I've had for a little while with them. Battery charging wise, yeah, it does take between half an hour and an hour. It wasn't bad at all really for charging. I've charged it off both my wall charger and my car. And playtime, it was well over the 20-25 minutes stated. I'm sure I got about half an hour out of it in the end. So I was really impressed with the fact that you can actually use it for a period of time, because I've got loads of cars that are really big, and the playtime on like 6S effectively is probably about 15 to 20 minutes tops. I think this is really good. It just might be the best little RC car I think I've ever had. What do you think? Next steps for me and plans for me with this is I think I'm going to customise it. It's really cool. I think I'm going to customise it with some different arms and some bits and pieces, and yeah, just enjoy driving it, and maybe take it to a couple more skate parks and see what I can get it to do. I have seen people have put new motors in these, and that has sort of souped it up. That's a possibility, but if we get there, I might run two different ones, one as a standard and one as a race spec one, because I can imagine it being almost a bit too powerful for a skate park. But yeah, let's just see. So after a full day of throwing around the Micro T, here's where I am. It's a hell of a lot of fun for the size. It punches well above its weight in speed and handling, especially for 99 quid. I think the price is absolutely bang on with this one. The only real downside is I've got a couple of scrapes and scuffs, but you're going to get that with driving an RC car, to be fair. The cool thing is the replacement parts are cheap, and that keeps you in the hobby nicely. I mean, I've not broken anything today. I have drove it as kind of hard as I'm willing to at the skate park. Yeah, and I really enjoyed it. I think anybody looking for a compact basher, something fun to either rip indoors or at the skate park, then I think this is your car. It's not going to be for anything big or using it at a BMX track like I found out today, but I think it's got a place in the collection for sure. So subscribe guys if you want to see any more RC content, anything Lego, model builds, Gunpla. Yeah, I've got a good range of stuff that's coming through on into the hobbyverse, and just look after yourselves until next time. Take care.